Well, you got a lot of those. Okay. Get this out of here. Here's the deal for tonight. I've got... Oh! Okay. Now it's 100. Thank you, Bob. Let's see. So for this stream today, I've got these orcs that I was halfway done with during my last hobby session. And I could finish putting green skins on these. Although that would be a big... what's the word I'm looking for? Effort. Yeah, that would be a big effort, and I'm a little sleepy today. So I think instead of painting these yellow orcs to be green, we'll do that at a later time. It also means I can shove all these paints out of the way. This is like the least prepared I've been for stream in a while. I'm so sleepy today. Okay, YouTube is going. We're going directly here. I don't think I've done Discord shoutouts yet to let people know I'm live. Let me get on those Twitch. Wi-Fi issue threw me for a freaking loop. Real quick. Alright, I think we're there. Oh, you're heading to bed. Okay, well, have a good night, Bob. Thanks for stopping on in. Alrighty, I have done shoutouts to let people in Discords know that I am live. I have put YouTube on. So people are finding stream. Heck yeah. Alright, folks. Here's the plan. Here are the things. I am building kits. I've actually just finished building this one, which I filmed. So I didn't want to break that up and have it also be, you know, stream footage and filming. This is Gazgul, if you're not familiar with his game. Also have his base. His face. And his favorite grot. I couldn't rhyme that one. And then Matari. So those guys are done. Sorry to spoil the surprise there. But this is going to be a real big chunk of getting my orcs up to 2,000 points. The other chunk of that is this big mech model, which goes absolutely wild with Gaz on the tabletop right now. Because this guy basically lets you take your unit of boys and just phase through your opposition as if they're not there. Which is wild. Sorry, who cares about Gaz? Apparently it was a joke in this latest edition until the last update that Gaz here was just Makari's bodyguard. Because Makari here, his banner gives you 5-up, well, it gives you lethal hits on 5-ups. Because, well, he gives you lethal hits, he gives you criticals on 5+s, so together, it's a good time. The mech, if you put them on boys, 22 boys at the same time, all that crap can just walk through your opponent's infantry. It's truly wild. So, we're gonna build this big mech. And that's gonna be a big part of it tonight. The other half of it is that I've got all these bags. I bought off freaking eBay. Where else? It's you, girl. You should know me by now. That's what I do. I buy stuff off eBay. And I gotta fix up this battle egg, and I bought off eBay to have all the, you know, accessories. That's the word. Clearly doesn't have enough pieces quite yet. So, you know, oh, that's behind my face cam. So, you know, I just gotta gotta add more pieces on. Can you tell how organized I am building this army? There you go, that's the plan for the night. Clear? Alright, cool. Good job. Well, you do like that? You like shock attack guns more? I do have an old shock attack gun. It's a battle wagon, the answer is more bits. Yeah, exactly. I feel a little bit foolish. I kind of nickel and dimed my way into a really stupid series of purchases. I could have just bought an entire second battle wagon and gotten all of this crap and then just had like all the battle wagon bits laying around. But I was like, oh, I want that piece. And then like a week later, I'd be like, oh, I want that piece. Now I ended up with half of a battle wagon kit in price for just like a couple of bits, so. Just buy the whole kit is what I'm learning. I can't even use this kill cannon. Why the fuck did I buy this? So you need to be able to take the front off this turret to use the kill cannon. I'm gonna figure that one out later. Alright. But what I do have is a grab-a-claw. That's that. I scratch bashed this wrecking ball out of VCR parts. So this is mostly there. It just needs a few little touch-ups and work panels and stuff to really be proper. But the bits now mean you could loot another kit to make a battle wagon. Yeah. I'm aware of the mistake I made. Yeah, I should have just bit the bullet or not bit the bullet, I don't know. Not worried so much about having WYSIWYG, even though I think it's kind of fun to have WYSIWYG. Okay. But that is not... Is that what I want to build first? Nah. Get out of here. I'm building a big mech. Extra pickles. Now, Drackle, I hear no one saying, you never build models on stream. Why are you building models on stream tonight? And that's because I've decided that I'm going to do a big Orktober video, and I want to focus on painting as much of my army as possible over the month of October. Well, realistically over the first like 3 weeks of October, and then making a video in the last week so I can post it by Halloween. That's sort of the idea that I came up with today while I was sitting in a really boring meeting that I shouldn't have been in. So that's what we're doing. Gonna finish building these kits so that I can start October with everything basically laid out, gray, primed, whatever, ready to paint. There's 3. There's 2. Plus I need to get better at building on camera anyway. I have a problem where I tend to hunch down here and do all my stuff and you can't see any of it. Although, practical solution, I could also just move my freaking camera. Duh. Hold up. There you go, eh? Now you're closer to the action. Let's clear the space a little bit so it doesn't look as bad. And get my microphone a bit further back. This is... This is gonna sound sponsored, I swear it's not sponsored. I really do need to get the people at Small Rig to sponsor me, because honestly, I kinda like their products. Like that was so easy to do, even though it looked like a bunch of fuss. Like if I was doing that with really cheapo, like the cheapest available like light stands and stuff, my entire desk rig would have just like imploded on me right there. That was actually, pretty smooth. much as it kind of seemed like a disaster. So yeah, sponsor me small rig, please. Like really good cheapo, it's not even cheapo, they just make like really good quality like rigging stuff, or grip I guess is what it's called in the industry for people who aren't like professionals. That's nice. Anyway. How did I get onto small rig sponsor talk? Goodness. Someone in chat, bail me out here. Nah, chat's asleep. Damn. Rip. Alright, chat. Well, I'm gonna talk to you then about the experience that I had today, which I'm sure all of you have had, which is being in a meeting you don't need to be in. I don't want to talk about my job too much. I'm an engineer, though, and sometimes engineers get called into sales meetings. And engineers and salespeople just are very different culturally. We like to fight, we like to bicker. We think that salespeople are full of themselves, and salespeople think that engineers are socially awkward weirdos. We're kind of both right. Because, I kid you not, they decided to kick off this meeting today, folks, with a solid... they had 30 people on the call, and they decided to have every person individually introduce themselves, because there was a new, like, high-ranking person on the team who was joining this call for the first time. So 30 people, all in sales, big talkers, all individually introducing themselves and their careers and, you know, sort of trying to make a sales pitch for why they're important and valuable, whatever, blah, blah, blah. 2 hours. 2 hours of this meeting. This is a 4-hour meeting, which is wild. You put an engineer on a 4-hour meeting, like, you gotta know I'm gonna be doing email. But the first 2 hours of this meeting is just people introducing themselves. I don't know. I got nothing from that. I don't know what to tell you guys. Maybe this is just me being socially awkward and honestly kind of bad with names. Sorry, y'all. That's a thing to know about me. I'm terrible with names. Is it because I don't care? It's more like because my brain just doesn't like to pay attention. Yeah, and the big person you're introducing themselves to doesn't remember either. Oh, absolutely not. No. No. It was a completely pointless exercise. It was truly wild. I did my introduction in about 10 seconds, and I felt like I had undersold myself a little bit. But anyway, yeah, it was very doofy. What was I gonna say about it? Dude, I was at this like networking event at a convention one time. It was like a professional convention, and it was like an evening mixer. It was supposed to be, you know, just like casual, talk to people, meet people maybe you want to go out for drinks with or whatever. Very cool. And you know, some people, it wasn't that professional of a convention. There were people definitely there to try to hook up. But the thing about this mixer was that they basically scheduled it out such that you'd go in between like these tables that could hold about 10 people in them, and the entire hall was standing room only because they over admitted to the event. And anyway, so all these 8-person tables, and you would have about 5 minutes at the table in order to try and meet the people there and start up a conversation in order to like almost speed date. Like, it was like a cruise night, I guess. It was a career conference. I shouldn't be cashing that. It helps a lot in context to know. But anyway, you're supposed to be like quickly meeting a lot of people so that you can kind of get an idea of like who's maybe someone you want to flirt with or whatever. Very fun idea. Problem. You have 5 minutes and 8 people at a table, and so every single time you would sit down, actually it was supposed to be 10 minutes, but then about 5 minutes would be stuck you trying to get to the next table because the conference room was overbooked, and then you'd sit down, and then for about 5 minutes everyone would introduce themselves, and then they would ring the buzzer and everyone would have to get up and do the whole rigmarole again. It was just an hour of introductions over and over again. The best connection I made that night was before the entire damn thing even started, because I was like, oh, I think I know you. You look familiar. And they were like, nope, I don't know who you are. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they were like, but maybe I'd like to. And I was like, ah, okay, I'm going back to my table because I was useless. Fucking useless. I didn't. Anyway, that story aside, yeah, I hate when you just have to like serial introduce yourself to people. It's a terrible way to get to know people is just to have everyone info dump about themselves and give their names. And I was pretty bummed that the meeting was about that. But anyway, the reason that it was really a bummer of a meeting is that I'm an engineer and they didn't ask about my account the entire meeting. So I was there for like 3 hours before I dropped. Because they went right past the part in the agenda where I was there to provide technical questions without ever once asking about my accounts. So, oops. That's why I'm so tired today. Which, like, I don't know. I was an engineer, I didn't have to talk very much. That's kind of the ideal scenario for me. Maybe I shouldn't be so tired. The main reason I'm tired is that, like, I was on a pretty, like... I was in a pretty, like, high-stakes conversation, potentially. Like, I was prepared for it to be pretty, like, contentious, because we're kind of the black sheep of the company in my division. So, I don't know. We don't sell the products that the other people in the company want us to sell, and so we were kind of contentious because of that, so I don't know. I was kind of expecting the room to be a little hostile if I did end up speaking about what, you know, we were doing with our account, and then, yeah, it just never came up. So I was like, oh, that was a lot of suspense for nothing. But I did get food from a different meeting, so free lunch. Oh shit. Okay, I think that's... Oh, I'm supposed to do it like that. Hold on. No wonder it wasn't going together correctly. Anyway, enough about work. I really try not to bring that into the space here. It's day jobs, dude. Sometimes. Just get to you. Nice. Also, Mark plays piano. It's nice to see you for the first time in chat here. Thanks for joining. How'd you find the channel, by the way? I'm always curious to find out where people came from. I'm assuming maybe the YouTube video that I just posted? I got a few new people the last time I posted as well, so it's always nice to see new faces. And I'm doing the thing where I'm being bad at showing off the actual thing I'm building again. Hey. Hey. What's up? V, you look refreshed. What, did you just take a nap or something? Yeah. Called out.
Why am I called out?
Called out, took a nap.
You don't like that I napped?
No, I'm okay with it.
Hi, Nico.
Kind of a slow start to stream. I had a lot of Wi-Fi issues coming in.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat. It crashed?
Yeah, well, when I first logged in, I just wasn't getting very good, connection. I was getting a lot of dropped frames. Oh, it's happening now.
The good old crackle crash.
Oh, it's happening right now. No wonder people are leaving. Okay. What on earth is happening here? Okay, YouTube people, it doesn't look like anyone's watching on YouTube. Let's see. Sorry, YouTube people, I'm gonna have to try to drop the YouTube stream here and see if that'll help. I'm totally bit dropping right now, like half of my frames are dropping at the moment. Yeah. Alright, sorry YouTube folks, it's on the stream there. I already did, please don't, I'll be off stream for like 5 minutes if you do